Hey guys, this is Nick from forexnoobs.com with some weekly analysis for week starting Sunday the 7th of July 2013. I'm going to be doing some GBP USD and Euro USD analysis this week, and I'll be looking at some support resistance areas so you guys can get an idea of where I plan to enter some reversal trades. But before I do that, I just want to quickly show you some of last week's reversal trades. That way you can get an idea of how I trade reversals, and also if you're new to my strategy, you can get an idea of what reversal trading is. I only took one trade personally last week because I had the webinar. I had to do a big webinar last week, and it kept me pretty busy, so I didn't get much time to trade. And also, I tend to take Thursday and Friday off when it's NFP week, and last week was NFP week. So I'm going to show you my trade, and then I'm going to show you a Euro JPY trade that I didn't take, but some members of the advanced course took, which was also a very good trade. Now, this was my trade here. It was a long trade. Basically, what happened here is sellers pushed down. We can see that by the first three red candles. They pushed down into an area of support. Now, this is my area of support here. And an area of support is an area in which there are buyers. We know for sure there are buyers grouped in this area. So when sellers hit this area and all of a sudden they slow down and we start to see indecision candles like these ones, that indicated to us that that buyers were entering the market. And that's a good sign. When buyers are entering the market, that's a good sign, and that tells us that a reversal might be coming. And then you can see the reversal came pretty fast. This was my entry here. So this reversal shot straight up through my entry and it hit my target. Now, to be fair, part of this was due to a news release. A news release kind of helped this trade along, but the price action was there. The price action was clearly telling us that sellers were stalled in this area, buyers were entering the market, and buyers did push up, and I was able to close this trade out with 80 pips here. I'd done a live trade video on this trade, so you could actually see me entering the trade, and I've linked to it below this video if you want to check out the live trade video, see how I took this trade and how I handled it. You could check that out. Now, one of the other trades taken last week, now I'm just looking at the two best trades taken last week. There were quite a few trades taken last week. I think they were all winners last week, but I'm only going to look at the two best trades because I don't want to spend an hour going through every single trade we took last week in the advanced course, so we'll just concentrate on two trades. The other trade was a Euro JPY 8-hour trade, and this was it. So this is a Euro JPY 8-hour chart. So what we had here was a bullish preceding trend. So you can see buyers pushed up quite strongly into this area of resistance, this one here. Now, an area of resistance is an area where we know there are sellers grouped, so we know for sure there are sellers grouped through this area. And when buyers run into this area and all of a sudden we see stuff like this big long wick, that tells us buyers tried to push up but they got reversed, they got pushed back down. And then we see this candle. This candle tells us that there's a struggle between buyers and sellers. Buyers are trying to push up, sellers are trying to push down, but the market's kind of undecided at the moment. And then we see this candle here. Well, that was the reversal candle. That's the one where people entered short. Now, one thing to note here, one important thing, is the lower lows. So each candle had a consecutive lower low. Now that's a really good sign because when buyers are in control of the market, they're making higher highs. It's in a buyer's nature to make higher highs because they're constantly pushing up. So when you're not getting those higher highs and you're hitting an area of resistance, that's a really good sign that price is going to reverse because buyers aren't able to make higher highs, but sellers are able to make lower lows. And it's in the seller's nature to make lower lows and to make lower highs. So that's what we were getting here. Lower highs, and we got lower lows. This one was slightly lower, but it was a lower low. So these were all good signs here. And this trade was entered at the low of the indecision candle. So it was entered here around about the 130.30, and it was closed out down here at the next support area for about 120 pips or so. So it was quite a good trade. The target was met, and then price kind of stalled at this area, and price stalled at this area because this is a support area. This is one of the support areas we had marked, and a support area is an area where there are buyers grouped. So when price came down to here, buyers started entering the market, and you can see that by the long wick here. Buyers entered the market and they reversed price. So this was a perfect exit for this trade. And this trade had quite a tight stop and it made 120 pips, so it was a really, really good trade. The stop on this trade was roughly 60 pips, and it ended up making 120 or more, depending on, some people made more depending on their target, but the average gain on this trade was around about 120 pips. So those were two of our best trades last week, and I hope this kind of gives you an idea of how we trade reversals. Now let's take a quick look at some GBP USD support resistance areas and Euro USD support resistance areas, so you get an idea of where we might be trading some reversals this week. So we're going to start with GBP USD. You're looking at a GBP USD 8-hour chart. Now, all of this applies to daily charts and 4-hour charts too. 8-hour charts is a bit strange. Not many people trade 8-hour charts. I started trading them about a year and a half ago, and they work amazingly well for me. I love the 8-hour charts. But anything I say here applies to 4-hour charts and daily charts. So you could use this analysis for all those time frames. So yeah, let's take a quick look at some resistance areas to start with. Resistance areas are always above current price, and resistance areas are areas in which there are sellers grouped. So this is the first resistance area we have this week. It is the 140, no, let's just call it the 1.500 through to the 1.5030, thereabouts. This is a good resistance area. It's given us some pretty decent reversal trades in the past. So if price is able to push up to this area, and we get some signs of indecision, as per the rules of my trading strategy, and I'll link to my free trading strategy below. If we get some indecision in this area, then I'm probably going to enter a short reversal trade. I'm going to jump in short and try to catch the reversal. My target would probably be down here at the next support area. So I'll be looking to take a short from this resistance area. The next resistance area on Euro USD is the 151.20 through to the 151.50, this one here. And this area acted as support last week, and it gave us that trade that I was talking about, this trade here. So this gave us a pretty good trade last week. But this week, if price comes back up to it, it's going to be acting as resistance. So we're going to be looking to take a short trade this time. And it's given us some good trades in the past. It gave us a good trade last week. So I'm pretty confident about this area. So if price manages to push up to here, I'll be looking for signs of indecision, kind of like I did last week. And I'll be looking to take a short reversal trade here. And my first target will probably be down here at the next support area. Okay, now we'll just look at one more resistance area. This one up here. Now again, this is a pretty good resistance area. Last week price reversed from here quite nicely, so this is a pretty good resistance area. If price manages to move up to here this week, I will definitely be looking for signs of indecision. If I see some signs of indecision, if I see a reversal setup, I'll be looking to jump in short here, and my target will probably be the next support area down here. Now let's look at some support for GBP USD this week. We only really have one support area because price has moved down quite a bit recently, and I don't have any new support areas placed down for GBP USD, so we're just going to look at one this week. But if price keeps moving down, I'll probably update this analysis. That way I can share more of my support areas with you. So the support area is the 147.10 through to the 147.50, this one here. Now, this is quite a strong support area. There's been lots of bounces from it in the past. So if price starts moving down again this week, I will be looking to take some bullish reversal trades from here. So if we get indecision forming here, I'll be looking to enter long for some bullish reversal trades. And my target will probably again be the next resistance area here. So my target will be resistance here. And that will probably be my first target. I might have a second target in there, depending on how the trade goes. So that's the support and resistance areas I'm looking at this week for GBP USD. Let's quickly switch to Euro USD, and we'll look at the support resistance areas on here. So Euro USD, the first resistance area is here, the 129.10 through to the 129.30, thereabouts. This is a pretty strong resistance area. We haven't had many trades from it in the past, but it's still a strong resistance area. I mean, we saw this nice strong bounce from it last week. Price stalled when it came back through it for the second time last week. So it's quite a strong resistance area. It's clear that last week there were buyers grouped here, and now that price is below it, there are sellers grouped here. So if price manages to push up into this area and we start seeing some strong signs of indecision, I'll be looking to enter a short reversal here, and my target will be the support area down here. The next resistance area for Euro USD this week is this one here, the 129, let's just call it the 1.300 through to 1.3030. This one here. Now, this is another strong area of resistance. We got some bounces from it last week here. Price clearly has been bouncing from it as support recently too. Quite a strong area. If price manages to push up to here this week, I'll be looking to enter some short reversal trades if we get signs of indecision. So I'll be entering short. My target will be the support area here. And finally, we have the 130, 130 through to the 130, 150 resistance area up here. Again, pretty strong resistance area. We've had bounces from it in the past. If price manages to push up to here, I'll be looking to enter a short reversal trade here. And my target will be the support area probably, or it might be higher in this case because we've had some recent bounces there. So I might set my target just a little bit higher in this case. But we'll just see how it goes if that trade happens. The first support area we have, you may think it's this one here, but I'm not really going to trade reversals from this one this week unless price moves away from it first and then comes back down to it. So if price moves away and comes back down to it, I will probably be trading a reversal from here. This support area is the 128.00 through to the 128.30. So if price moves away, comes back down, I'll be looking for some signs of indecision. I'll be looking for bias into the market so I can enter a long reversal. The next support area we have on Euro USD this week is the 126.90 through to the 127.30 here. Again, a pretty strong support area. We've had trades from this one in the past. If price drops down to here and we get signs of indecision, I'll be looking to enter long here. And finally, the last support area we have for Euro USD this week is the 125.80 through to the 126.20, thereabouts. This one is again another strong support area. If price moves down to here, I'll be looking to enter a long reversal trade provided we get indecision on this area. So that pretty much covers the immediate support resistance areas for both GBP USD and Euro USD. I hope you got something useful from this analysis. Have a great trading week, guys.